I started making YouTube videos in 2017, and I had a very, very naive idea that I was going to be able to make a living out of the platform within a year or two. Not sure how I was ever going to get there, and I didn't really have a plan, but I knew I was passionate about making videos, and to be honest, that passion hasn't wavered since. Fast forward almost 7 years and over 1,000 videos uploaded, and I can sit here with the biggest grin on my face and say that I somehow managed to make it happen. So you're probably wondering, Drew, what does this all have to do with how much you earned in 2023? And to be honest with you, it doesn't have anything to do with how much I've earned in 2023. It's more so to paint a picture for someone who may be new to the channel, to understand that I have come from a relatively humble beginning when it comes to YouTube. I've had no backing from other content creators. I had no prior social media presence whatsoever. I just had an iPhone 4 and a passion for, we'll call it filmmaking, with like a very, very broad definitions of filmmaking if you've seen some of my older stuff. The point is that it's not to try and brag about how much I've earned, because to be honest, there's not really much to brag about, which we'll get into. It's more so for entertainment, because I personally really enjoy watching these videos and consuming these videos with other YouTubers talking about how much they earn. And I think I can offer a pretty unique perspective on the world of reaction content and review content, specifically, you know, tailored towards music. So like I've just mentioned, my channel is deeply tied to music, whether it be reacting to music, reviewing music, talking about music in general, playing music on streams, whether it be doing vlogs where I go to a concert and I have music playing in the video. Everything is music, which of course begs the question of, Drew, well, if you're deeply involved in the music scene on your channel, you react to music, you review music, you play music that is copyright protected by labels and publishers, how do you monetize your channel? And I'll tell you, I don't. At least for the most part, I don't. So let's get to the real meat and potatoes of this video. What you're looking at on screen right now is a snapshot from my Social Blade, which is basically an analytics website that allows you to type in anyone's name. So I can type in my own name here, and I can see the analytics on an estimated basis based off of their database. As you can see on Social Blade, the estimated yearly earnings for myself is 634 euros to around 10,100 euros. Now, obviously, this is an estimated yearly earnings, an embarrassingly wide range to even estimate. Like, what's the point of even throwing out an estimate if it's going to be that broad? But that's just to give you an idea of what a social media analytics platform estimates that my channel earns in an entire year. So we're talking about 600 to 10 grand. And now let's jump over to my YouTube analytics, which I will have blurred out for the moment because I want you guys to guess in the comments down below what you reckon a channel that received 3,191,689 views in 2023 earned in euros. I'll give you the second. Go ahead, have a guess. Just hazard any guess. You don't have to like get it right. Who cares? But just to get some engagement going in the comment section down below, because this is a new style of video. I don't know if it's going to do well, but hazard a guess in the comments. Let me know, and then I'll reveal all. So compared to my views last year, I'm up 61% from the 1st of January to the 31st of December, 2022. So by all accounts, that's a successful year in terms of views. Up 61%, you know, you can't really ask for a better return. Obviously 62% will be a better return, but it's a solid return is the point I'm trying to make. Watch time also up 29% from the 1st of January to the 31st of December, 2022, with 214,800 hours, which is a mental amount of time. And then subscribers also up 8,400 subscribers this year. Not the best, but it's still better than last year. So, I mean, it's an improvement. No major spikes, which you can see on the graph below in the views and the watch time, and also the subscribers. Pretty consistent. Obviously, there's some spikes, but for the most part, pretty consistent. So for next year, I'd like to think that I would maybe be able to have a few more like big outliers, because I'm going to try some new content like the content I'm trying today, just to maybe see if we can crack some new audiences and bring some more people in. But, you know, not a bad year by any stretch. And now we're going to reveal how much I earned in euros for the entirety of 2023. Now, bearing in mind that this is my job, so, you know, you have to take that into consideration as well. Drum roll, please. €685.15 throughout the entirety of 2023. So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be a big surprise to anyone. I would imagine, like, I think it's quite shocking to see 3,191,000 views. And that's why at the start of the video, I wanted to preface, you know, that I am a music reaction channel and why that's very important and why a lot of my videos do get copyright claimed by labels, which results in 3.1 million views, not really meaning that much, and why the Social Blade estimations are a hilarious range. Because to be honest, maybe if the majority of my videos didn't get copyright claimed or blocked by labels, maybe it would be pushing towards that end of the spectrum. So maybe that's where their estimation comes from. For example, my top 10 albums of 2023, which was my last video that I uploaded, has 3,407 views, which was uploaded yesterday. And that one actually got monetized because I made a very, very conscious effort to make sure it got monetized, because that is kind of a goal of mine in 2024, is to start working with labels, because I'm in a position now where, you know, I feel like I've kind of earned my position to start maybe calling a few more shots and being a little bit more selective with what I upload in terms of, you know, promoting smaller bands. Honestly, kind of an eye-opening conversation happened in London with myself, Steve OG, and Metalburb. Metalburb's obviously been pretty, you know, vocal about his stance on it. And, you know, we had a conversation in London in a pub over a few drinks, and, you know, I've just had a bit of a perspective shift based off of some of the things that the two lads were saying. So this year is definitely a year where I want to start working with labels and hopefully bringing the amount I've earned from YouTube as a sole platform with just ad revenue up a little bit. So I've made a very conscious effort to monetize this video by making sure that the music portion of the videos that I do use are very short, because obviously if you use like 10 seconds of a video clip, it gets copyright claimed. So you can see here, these are some Patreon videos. This is my Bring Me the Horizon Kool-Aid reaction, which got partially blocked and is ineligible for monetization. This is my top 10 metal songs of 2023, ineligible for monetization, which means I make absolutely zero money off it. This one, top 50 breakdowns, bearing in mind that these videos take absolutely weeks to make. Very, very fun videos, and, you know, they obviously did pretty well. This one has 7,000 views, this one has 5,500, this one has 6,000, you know. But if you're looking here, ineligible, 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 ineligible. So that's 13,000 views plus 7,000 views plus 5,000 views. We're at 25,000 views, 30,000 views, 40,000 views. That's just off like 5 videos. There's 40,000 views that could have potentially, you know, built up over time, earning me, you know, a few euro here and there. But at the end of the year, at least I'd be left with a bit more than 689 quid. So you get the point. I don't need to show you too much of this. Basically, all of this is ineligible if you look down this list, and that's only 30 videos. You can see the majority of them are ineligible. And funnily enough, I mean, the majority of the money I've actually earned is probably in December, because December is a bit of a better month for actually earning money from ad revenue, because it's December, people are, you know, leading up to Christmas, advertisers want to sell more products, so naturally the ads that play on your videos will generate more revenue. But it's just funny to see that, to be honest, for the most of the year, if it wasn't for December, I probably would have earned about 400 to like 450 quid, which of course is not even enough to cover a room in Ireland for 1 month, and this is an entire year. If you look at it from that perspective, you can see why there can be some frustration, especially if you were a big channel with a big reach and is actually doing quite a lot for the label or the publisher in the first place. So that is my goal for 2024, is to build as much relationships with labels and publishers as possible, and to work together in unison to hopefully, you know, have a net positive outcome for both parties. And to be honest, I think it'd be a great idea to come back to this at the end of 2024 and see, I guess, my own progress, to see how much I may potentially be able to earn from YouTube again as a sole platform. Obviously, this is my full-time job. This is not allowing me to do it full-time, put it that way. I have Patreon and I have Twitch, which is the reason as to why I'm able to do this full-time. So I guess I better get a quick plug in. If you guys do enjoy this type of content, first and foremost, leave a like on this video, it'll be much appreciated. Also, if you've been watching me for a while, or if you're just brand new and would consider supporting on Patreon, all the links are in the description, because that is the main reason as to why I can do this as a job. And 2024, you know, maybe we'll do another video where I go through my Patreon earnings, my Twitch earnings, and hopefully a bigger earning pool from YouTube as a platform as well. But guys, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm signing out. Look after yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.